guys. How's it going? I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this. Just trying to get a little closer. All right, so this is going to be a general reading for air sign Libra and water sign Scorpio. I will be posting timestamps after the live for people who just want to watch one or the other. And I've pulled all of your cards here, Libra, so we'll get into it in a moment. And then I will do on-screen shuffling for Scorpio, and I'll provide timestamps for before shuffling and after shuffling for people that maybe don't want to watch that part, okay? So again, this is a general reading for both Libra and Scorpio, so if you cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, money, abundance, all forms of abundance, etc. All right, and it is a timeless reading, so even though in the title it says from September 29th to October 29th, it can resonate before or after that time period since it is a general reading. What else? Yes, we all have Libra and Scorpio somewhere in our charts. So even if you're not a sun sign Libra or rising ascendant Libra or have your moon in Libra, there should be something in this message for you. And if not, can't talk, that's okay too, right? So always check your other placements if you have already found out that information. And if not, I always tell people to check out cafeastrology.com. It's a free website where you can get your birth chart. Even if you don't have your exact birth time, you can still find out your other placements. So depending on what's going on in your life, you may resonate more with your sun sign or your moon sign, your rising ascendant sign, okay? All right, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and do a sound bell here and then get into your reading, Libra. And I did also want to say ahead of time, even though I'm filming this on September 20th, I wanted to say to all the sun sign Libras out there ahead of time, happy birthday. All right. And yes, I am also, one more thing, I take a photo of all the cards and I post it online afterwards in case you want to look at it later, if you're watching this later, or you just want to look at it in more detail or all together. All you have to do after the reading, I post it a few minutes after. So just click in the description box below. It's really easy. You just follow the instructions to the Facebook page where I post it. All right, so let's go ahead and do a sound bell and ground ourselves and get into the Libra energy. All right, so just be aware it does get loud for a few moments if you're listening with headphones or anything like that. And yeah, just feel free to breathe, take a deep breath, however it feels good for you. All right. All right, so let's get into it, Libra. Okay, so we're just gonna move a little stuff out of the way here. So we're gonna be talking about a 4-week time period. I've been saying 4.5, but it's technically not 4.5. I think it's 4 weeks and 3 extra days or something like that. But again, nothing is precise, right? Since time is fluid and relative, so it will differ for every person a little bit, okay? But we're going to talk about the first 4 cards here on top, and each one of these 4 cards is going to correspond to about a week's time period or so. But Libra, in your reading today, you did have an extra additional 5th card. So I don't usually take it, but it was really important part of your reading. So I decided to take it for you, right? And since we are going to be coming into Libra season and it's your time, I said, you know what, they need that extra card. We're going to make time for it, okay? All right, so let's talk about roughly the time period that we're talking about for each card, and I'll talk about it when we're again on each one, okay? So the first one can be from around September 29th through October 8th. Okay, so it's like 10 10 days or so. My goodness. The second card is going to be from around October 9th through October 15th. The third card could be from around October 16th through October 22nd. The fourth card can be from around October 23rd through October 29th. And then again, we have the additional card for you. So it could be after that, right, into November, a week or two in November, or a week into November, but it will kind of just depend on each individual person. So just take it how it resonates for you as far as the time period. So let's go ahead and call out your cards here, Libra. We start off with the Three of Swords in the reverse position. We have the Hanged One or the Hanged Man in the right side up position. We have the Seven of Swords in the right side up position. We have the Six of Cups in the reverse position. And then we have the Lovers in the right side up position as far as your first four, actually 5 cards, okay? Now we're always going to be using 2 different decks. And so we'll talk about what's on the top and the bottom of each deck where Spirit wanted me to do that for you, Libra. And then at the end, we do have an oracle card for you. And I have decided to do some alphabet kind of pieces of wood. They're not stone, they're pieces of wood, okay? So we'll get into that towards the end, just something new I wanted to try. All right, so let's talk about real quickly for the people that want to know the other zodiac placements that are showing up here in your reading, Libra. We do have Gemini energy, we have Pisces energy, and we have Taurus, okay, as far as the major arcanas, the main ones. And then as far as your minor arcanas, let's see, you've got 3 swords, 1 pentacle, 2 cups, and a wand. Okay, so that means how many, the majority of the minor arcana is swords. So what does that mean? It could be another underlying theme to your reading, okay? So swords in the tarot typically represent air sign energy, right? Like you, Libra. Also, Gemini showed up here, its official card, and Aquarius didn't show up here, but that's the other air sign, okay? So it could be for some that you're dealing with a Gemini, you're dealing with a Pisces or a Taurus, or it's referring to those specific seasons like Taurus season, Gemini season, Pisces season, right? But it doesn't have to. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay too. It could be that you have a lot of these placements heavily in your birth chart, or the other person that you're dealing with, or multiple people, or again, it doesn't necessarily have to resonate. So let's go ahead and get into it. So Libra, we start off with your first card here. This is a great reversal to have. Okay, I was so happy to see that it was in the reverse position, this 3 of Swords. Okay, so as we go through the reading, if it feels like you, that's cool. But again, switch it. It could be about the other person, multiple people, general environment, situation. Okay, but this 3 of Swords in the reverse position here, Libra, really shows that you or another person, most people, general environment, is letting go of some type of pain, hurt, heartache, or just being mentally exhausted, okay? So that's great, right? We don't want to hold on to the pain, the hurt, the heartache, or being mentally exhausted. Who wants to do that, right? So it shows here, Libra, and I can't remember what your last reading, what the details were, but this shows a lot of work that you've done, or someone has done, or multiple people have done. So let's kind of see how, what made this possible. So this is where Spirit wants me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of the other deck along with your first card. And so this energy is always past energy, all right? And I call them the sponsor cards, okay? So what we have on the top of your deck is the 9 of Wands in the reverse position, another great reversal. And then over here, we have the Ace of Swords in the right side up position. So these 2 cards, my goodness, so made it possible for the 3 of Swords in reverse to show up, okay? So it looks like here in the past, whether it was a couple days ago, weeks, months, years, etc., right, whatever it is, that somebody let their defenses down, okay? They weren't always wanting to operate in fight or flight mode anymore because it was reversed. So they let those defenses down and then they got more mental clarity, or you got more mental clarity, or the situation got more mental clarity here, okay? So that's really beautiful to see. And when we put it with that Three of Swords, it kind of explains why. So how did I, Libra, if it's about you, or how did the other person, again, a multiple general environment, how are they able to let go of that pain, hurt, heartache, mental exhaustion? It was because they let the defenses go, okay? And they, again, stopped operating in that place of fight or flight mode. And then they gained more clarity, or you gained more clarity to bring about this beautiful healing here, okay? Now, since I just did the astrology notes before this video, I want to see, as far as we said, the first card was September 29th through October 8th. Let's see. Right, this is when Venus enters into Libra. Venus is your ruler, Libra, right? If you are sun sign or rising sign, or even have your moon in Libra. And then we have Vesta going direct, Pluto going direct, full moon in Aries. That kind of stuff is going on here. I was looking for Chiron. We do have something going on with Chiron, but that doesn't necessarily happen until October 24th. But it doesn't have to like coincide exactly with the general astrology. I just wanted to check real quickly. All right, so this is, again, a beautiful way to start your reading here, Libra, and really nice to see, especially for your season, right, when we're talking about, even though the reading starts from September 29th to October 29th, your season starts, of course, September 23rd. So some of this stuff can, mix in or overlap during those couple of day periods. But you have to take it, again, how it makes sense for you. So now we go into your second card here, Libra, with this Pisces energy, the Hanged Man, or as it's called in this deck, the Hanged One. All right, so we do have the baby fetus in the belly here, all right? And so this Pisces energy, this Hanged Man or Hanged One energy, could be showing up around October 9th through October 15th. But it's really beautiful, right, when we see, the card that came before it, too. So we have this healing going on. We have this letting go of mental exhaustion, pain, heartache, hurt, betrayal. And then we have this open energy of being receptive to looking at things from a different perspective, wanting to look at something from a childlike point of view, to see how all the different pieces kind of come together here. So again, this could be someone around you that is helping you instill that energy in yourself, or it could be a role model, or it could just be aspects of you coming out here. So again, the first, 15 days, or let's see, no, that's not right. The first 17 days, okay, again, it's not exact, look really good here, Libra, all right? So then we're moving forward, and we're on your third card here, and this is the Seven of Swords in the right side up position. So after all of this growth and process, there is a little bit of a bump here where there could be a little bit of some defensiveness coming back, okay, in certain ways. It could be, it's a different kind of defensiveness, right? Because the one that you had in the past was the Nine of Wands in reverse. So that could have dealt with more health issues or fire sign energy, right? But here with the Seven of Swords, we're going back to the air sign energy in Libra. You are air sign, right? So this is, again, about a little bit of defensive energy. We see this guy at the carnival, the Japanese guy, and he's won all of these swords. And there's a little bit of possible gossiping energy in the background, but it doesn't have to necessarily ring true for everybody. The main thing is something must have triggered or needed to be rehealed or looked at in a certain way. Like, why is this person being more defensive, or why am I myself being more defensive in certain ways, or am I being competitive with others when I should be sharing the resources, the wealth, the knowledge, right? Because swords talk about the crown chakra, the logical mind here, okay? But it's not a huge energetic blockage or anything like that. I think it's just a little bit of like a hiccup. That's what it feels like to me here, Libra. So let's keep going though. You still have some really good stuff at the end, so not to worry too much, right? So then when we come to the fourth card here, now we're talking about your fourth week. So that could be from around October 23rd through October 29th or so. We do have the Six of Cups in the reverse position. A couple different ways that you can read it, but based on your other cards that came out here for you, Libra, I really feel that this is an energy of someone becoming more mature. Okay, if the Six of Cups is right side up, right, it's things from the past. It's childhood nostalgia. It's everything's rosy, blah blah blah. Like if you had a good childhood, as an example, right? Not everybody did, but when it's in that reverse position, it's like now somebody is becoming more mature. They're seeing both the positive, wonderful, rosy things in life, but also the negative stuff or the gray areas in between. Okay. So I also see it as a way of this child in the past has now become the teacher. Okay, because it's in reverse. So the roles have switched here. So this is really good. Like you start off with these, the Three of Swords in the reverse position, your first card, right? A great reversal. And then we go to your fourth card, another great reversal. Okay, so it seems like a lot of growth is happening here for someone or multiple people. Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper and see why this card showed up, because this is where Spirit wants me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of the other deck. All right. So again, this is past energy that we're about to talk about. So we have that Taurus energy with the Hierophant in the right side up position, and the Two of Sacred Circles, also known as Two of Pentacles, in the right side up position. Okay, so these two cards, right, made it possible for your fourth card, the Six of Cups, to show up in the reverse position. So in the past, in some way, what made all of this growth possible, what made this little boy now become the teacher, is because you have that Hierophant energy. This represents schools, institutions, priests, spiritual mentor, guru, etc., or leadership qualities in yourself or in the other person, or more people, general environment situation. Okay, because here you see these two women, looking like they're Greek or whatever, and they're calling and making questions, inquiries to this high priestess kind of energy of the woman in the center here. Okay, so she is their teacher in some way, again, a mentor, spiritual guru, etc. And then when over here, what we have on the bottom of the deck is that Two of Sacred Circles or Two of Pentacles right side up. This is about, learning how to juggle things, right, to build abundance and wealth. It's Two of Pentacles, not 10, but it is still a start and it's moving slowly upwards. So in the past, in some way, okay, again, someone here, Libra, either you yourself, decided to become their own teacher, right? Grow up, right? Become the little boy is now the master alchemist or whatever, little doctor guy here, okay? And so this is talking about, bringing together that energy of, you know what, if I'm struggling, I'm having a hard time building abundance, not just money and wealth, but whatever you want in your life. This Native American man is calling to the bear spirit for courage, for knowledge. How can I hibernate, right? How can I reserve my energy, reserve my funds, all those things. Okay, so somebody did this here in the past, Libra, whether again it was you yourself or someone else. So this is what made possible that Six of Cups in reverse. So now somebody again has a more grown-up energy, or a more another way of saying it maybe is an easier time juggling resources, or juggling, not juggling, but having an easier time, let's say, pacing themselves, okay? Because that's part of the Two of Sacred Circles or Two of Pentacles as well, all right? But this is really beautiful, okay? So we're going to keep going because I feel like that is pretty self-explanatory. Oh my goodness, my words today. Well, hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say, all right? So let's keep going here though, because you did have Libra, that extra card that I talked about here, that I decided to take for you. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna put the fan on. I'm like super hot. Hold on a second. I don't know why these lights sometimes. Okay. So let's get to your juicy Gemini energy here, Libra. All right, we have as your 5th card, that extra card we're talking about, the Lovers in the right side up position. Okay, so this is higher vibrational unions we're talking about. Of course, it could be romantic, but also could be a work partnership. It could be with friends or family, right? Platonic unions, or even unions of different parts of yourself if you're talking about self-love. But they bring out the best in each other. There's an equal give and take, right? So it is that higher vibrational union or love that we're talking about, appreciation here. Okay, and so again, because this 5th card came out additionally, it could be after, October 30th through, let's say, even November 5th if we wanted to. But again, this is just a very broad kind of time frame of when things may happen. Okay, since this is a general reading. But this is really beautiful, okay? So I feel that this Lover's card that shows up almost at the end of your reading here, Libra, is like telling you to, if you continue on this path, continue to do the work, or the other person does, or multiple people, general environment situation, that it's going to be worth it, because again, there's going to be reciprocity, and there's going to be equal give and take here in some way, okay? All right, so now let's talk about your tarot confirmation card here at the end. This one is going to confirm all 5 cards at the top that we just kind of talked about. And so this card is both past and future. That's how you read it. Okay, so this is really interesting. You wouldn't know this because I didn't do it on screen, right? But this card in the same placement kind of fell out of the deck here when that additional 5th card came out. And then I was like, oh no, I can't take 6 cards. I'm going to put it back. So then Spirit was like, oh no, you're taking this card. Okay, so I love when that happens. I love when there's, the same card coming out in the same placement in like 2 different decks. Okay, so what came out, right, is that Princess of Cups in the reverse position. So I feel like this is a warning to you, or gentle reminder, right? Nothing has to be scary, like, oh my God, a warning, right? Okay, because it's really like, if again, you continue to do this work, or the other person does, right, to just try to strive to have this higher vibrational frequency and love in your life. Again, whether it's about money or health or love or all those things, right? When this Princess of Cups shows up in reverse, it's almost like, okay, very similar energy, but reversed to your 2nd card, the Hanged Man or the Hanged One. Right? But here, they're not open to seeing something from a new perspective. The Princess of Cups is a student, right? She's studying to learn how, if she was right side up, to become a queen, okay? It's unconventional energy, okay? It's normally Morgana, right? She's the goddess of witchcraft and herbal magic, okay? But her cup is fulfilled when it's right side up. So that's about our emotions, right? So something being emotionally fulfilling, following the intuition, being open to learning new things, but it was reversed, okay? So it's kind of just reminding you here, Libra, or wherever Libra is in your chart, that you want to always kind of be a student of life, right? It's not easy, and there's always times where we have to be reminded, right, to continue to grow and learn new things, and find the cup. What makes me emotionally fulfilled and satisfied? What are my emotional boundaries, priorities, right? All this emotion stuff here. So it's interesting too, because remember how I said, Libra, at the beginning of your reading, that the majority of your minor arcana was all swords energy, which is air sign energy, and that's you, Libra. But then over here, you have this cups energy coming in that's almost like, okay, let's balance, okay? Yes, you need the logical mind. Of course you do. That's 3D world, right? But you also need to appreciate the 5D spiritual world and honor your emotions and your intuition, okay? So let's keep going. We're almost done here, Libra. All right. So I guess I'm going to start with these little alphabet, I called it earlier runes, but they're not runes technically. They're little pieces of wood like the Viking runes, but I decided to just put the English alphabet on there and kind of ask Spirit again what needed to come out. Okay, so these are the different ones that came out. And sometimes they spell something, sometimes they don't, right? So I'll just kind of put them in order. I don't know how I'm going to hold these, but here we go. You got FACTSP, okay? So first, I'm like, that spells facts, right? Facts, 100% facts, okay, Libra? But then you still have the P over here. So, you know, it could be a lot of different things. I think when I first pulled them out, it said CSTP. No, it was F. CSFP is what first came out, and then the A and the T came out. Okay. So it will be in the picture, like I said. So there's lots of different ways. So this is like, well, what does this mean, right? These could be initials for somebody. Okay. Right. So we got AT, we got the S and the C. Okay. And we got FP. Okay. And so far, I think it just really spells that facts that I was saying. It was funny to me. I feel like I saw like the emoji, like 100% facts, okay? But it also could be like different acronisms. I can't talk. Okay, acronyms. You know, hopefully what I'm trying to say, right? So I believe it came out CTSP. I was thinking of like, okay, is that like some kind of internet code, right? Because it's not HTML. But I don't know. It felt like, you know, some kind of computer thing. There's so many different ways. It could be FSAP, FSTAP. That's not really a word either, but I don't know. There's lots of different ways that you can, you know, arrange these, right? So it could be someone's initials, it could spell out a word or an acronym, but it also could be something that just sticks out to you during this time, right? It could be the name, the first initial of a street that you're on, or it could be so many different things. But I just found it really interesting, and I've always liked to kind of pull these for myself just for fun. All right, so again, I won't spend too much time on that, but take a look at the photo later and see. Let me know in the comments down below if you're like, oh, I know what that means, you know, to me or whatever. All right, so real quickly before we switch over to Scorpio, we also have here, Libra, your oracle card for this time period, the Rebecca Campbell deck, right? So you got trust your path, okay? And you see this little tiny human figure in the background and some kind of abstract nature scenery, and then it looks like a doorway, okay? And it says here, if you would be supported, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Hopefully you can see that. Like that little tiny person over here, you know, wanting to go to the doorway. So that's just an additional kind of message there for you, right? Like if I knew I had backing from my support system, my friends, my family, my romantic partner, my mental health care worker, et cetera, then what would I do? What would that mean, right? So it's kind of like asking, how can I expand? How can I move forward if I know that it's going to be safe, right? So that is what I have for you, Libra. I hope you got something from it. So what time are we at? 28 minutes, I think, something, 29. Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead and shuffle the cards and kind of rechannel the energy, oops, as I'm dropping things, and switch over to Scorpio. All right. And we're also going to put these little charms back in here. It's like a little baggie where I have all the alphabets. But yeah, it's really cool. I got it from, I think it was on Etsy. I don't remember now. But the wood of it is oak wood. And it says oak is one of the most sacred trees. It carries the energy of kinship and wise ruling, personal sovereignty, authority, power, protection, Sealing and opening doors, right? Doors are usually made out of wood. Endurance, invocation of wisdom, fertility, abundance. Oak teachers and teaches us the strength of character. Okay, so that was really beautiful. So that's a little additional message about the oak wood. All right, so let's go ahead again and do some shuffling and switch over to Scorpio. And we'll do a little charging of the cards real quickly too. Where's my Scorpio? Here we go. Scorpio. Okay. Just so I know, remember where I'm at. What sign am I on? Okay. So yeah, let's put these guys back in here and do a really good shuffle. Once I charge it for a few minutes. Yeah, so what else? Get some water and then we'll get started. All right. Oh yeah, let's do the sound bell. So again, releasing the Libra energy and coming into Scorpio energy. All right, so here we go. It gets a little loud for a second, but it's not too bad, hopefully, for you guys. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Scorpio. Okay. That was so peaceful. I love it. Okay. All right. So let's do some shuffling. Like I said, I got a new table, you guys. I'm so excited. My friend gave it to me. They know who they are. Look at this beautiful table under here. Okay. So it does make it, side note, more easy to shuffle the cards. Okay. Because the other table I had was actually a folding table. And so the top part of it was like not as solid. Okay, so anyway, I'm excited about my new table over here. Speaking of all the wood, right? All right, so let's go ahead and focus here, do some shuffling. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for water sign Scorpio to Scorpion. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Scorpio for their highest vibration for September 29th through October 29th. Right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Messages for Scorpio. Okay, maybe a few more shuffles. Messages for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know? For September 29th through October 29th. Oh, get my shirt. Scorpio. All right, that feels good. So let's go ahead. Spirits guide my hands. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for water sign Scorpio. Scorpion for September 29th through October 29th. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know for October 29th through September 29th? All right. Messages for Scorpio for October 29th through September 29th. For Scorpio for September 29th through October 29th. One more card, please, spirits. Messages for Scorpio. Okay. 5. Why is everybody coming out with 5 cards tonight? All right, we'll see what they want. So additionally, we're going to take the top and the bottom, right, and put that over here. We'll figure out later where Spirit wants that. So yeah, let's see how they want this. I don't know. When I pulled the fourth card, it didn't feel right, Scorpio. So then I was like, well, let me try. And then this one felt better. So it might be they just want today everybody to have 5 cards or something. I don't know. Just give me a moment here. Let me confirm with Spirit. Excuse me. Okay. They're saying yes and no. Hold on. I hate that tricky energy. That's why I was saying it felt like weird when I pulled it. Spirit, please give me a clear and decisive and definitive answer for the greater good of all who may interact in any way with this reading. Spirits, do you want the Princess of Staves in the reverse position representing the 4th tarot card for the Scorpio reading? No, they don't want it reversed. Let's see if they want it right side up or if they want it at all. All right, Spirits, do you want the Princess of Staves in the right side up position to represent the 4th tarot card for the Scorpio reading? Oh, okay. They want it right side up. Alrighty. Spirits, thank you in advance. Thank you for your knowledge, your advice, and your wisdom. Thank you for your guidance, and thank you for listening. Spirits, do you want the 9 of Cups in the right side up position to represent the 5th tarot card for the Scorpio reading? Yeah. Okay, they want it, so I'm not going to argue. Just double check. All right, let's switch over to the other deck and just move these all up here. There for a second. All right. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages. These are hard to shuffle. Okay, hold on. All right. Yeah. Messages for Scorpio for September 29th through October 29th, Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know? Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Alright. 1 card only, please. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for water sign Scorpio for October 29th through September 29th. Okay, let's see. Make sure they want spirits. Okay, so they want it, so then we'll go ahead and take the top and the bottom. All right. That one. Oh, okay. All right, so they want those, so we'll keep it. So let's go ahead real quickly and do the Oracle card and then grab some alphabets and then we'll get started. Okay, messages for Scorpio for September 29th to October 29th. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for water sign Scorpio, Scorpion. 1 card only, please. Messages for water sign Scorpio, Scorpion for September 29th through October 29th. What do they need to see? All right. Okay, so they want that one. And then let's get our little alphabets. Okay. So I think I'm going to do 6 alphabet pieces that I'm going to take out for each zodiac sign. So that's what I did for Libra. So we'll go ahead and see what comes out for Scorpio. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for water sign Scorpio. So September 29th. Through October 29th. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Scorpio for October 29th. 29th. 1 more. No, a couple more. I said 6. Okay, 2 more. 3 more. I can't count. 3 more. Okay. Messages for Scorpio for September 29th through October 29th. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio, the Scorpion, October 29th through September 29th. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So we got 6 of those. Yeah, I don't remember exactly how they fell out, but we will figure that out later. I just want to take a picture really quickly before we get started, and then I'll have that to upload later, and also kind of figure out where Spirit wanted to talk about the top and the bottom real quickly. So let me just move these guys over. Okay. Okay. Ooh, Scorpio. We got a little bit of heavy stuff, but it's okay. We all have it. Then you have some really nice stuff too. I believe Spirit may want it like this, but I will confirm real quickly. I'm going to get these together. Okay, that's fine. I think that looks good. Hold on, let me get a picture real quickly. Okay. Make sure it's in focus for the most part. All right, cool. So, confirm real quickly. Scorpio. Okay. You do not want it there. So let's see if they want it that way. We have to try and see. Okay. Spirits and love and light, respect and reverence in advance before, during, and after. Spirits, do you want me to talk about the Princess of Wands in the right side up position and the Prince of Pentacles in the reverse position to be talked about when I talk about the Princess Staves in the reverse position? Okay, they want those there. Let's double check. If they don't want it here, it could be over there, but I don't know. Maybe in the middle, but let's see. Okay. Spirits, do you want me to talk about the Eight of Swords in the right side up position and the reverse position? All right, so that's how they want it. Wait a minute. That means I have to fix my picture, right? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. 1 second, real quickly. I should have waited. Okay. That's how they want it. All right. So focus, right? Yeah. Okay. Looks good. All right. So, where are we at? We good. 43 minutes, something like that. Okay. So, for the people that are just tuning in or they're watching later, right, I'm just going to make a mental note of what time it is. But yeah, we pulled your cards here, Scorpio. So again, this is a general reading. Can cover anything like work, love, friends, money, health, etc. All forms of abundance. Everyone is welcome. Whether your sun sign, Scorpio, have Scorpio rising or ascendant or Scorpio moon, or you have Scorpio somewhere else in your chart, right? So everybody is kind of welcome here. As we go through the reading, it can be about you or another person or multiple people, general environment situation. So only take what feels right and always check out your other placements if you know what those are already, because, you know, like I always say, depending on what's going on in your life, you resonate more or less with one or the other, with your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, etc. All right, so let's go ahead and see here, Scorpio, what we got. Yeah, we have got, before we call out your cards, just so I don't forget, I'd like to mention it in the beginning. You do have some Libra and Taurus energy here. That's really all that I see, Scorpio, as far as the major arcana. So what does that mean for some people? They want to know, well, yes, I am dealing with the Libra, or yes, I am dealing with the Taurus, or no, it references a time period, the Libra season that is coming up, right? Or depending on when you're watching this, during, or the Taurus season, right? Or you have a lot of that heavily in your birth chart, or the other person does, or it means nothing at all. But we do want to mention it, okay? So yeah, let's go ahead and call out your cards here. And again, we are talking about a I keep saying 4-week time period, but this fifth card keeps wanting to come out tonight. So I guess we're talking about a 5-week time period, 4.5 to 5 week time period. All right. So we start off here, Scorpio, with the Prince of Staves or the Prince of Wands in the reverse position, the Prince of Swords in the reverse position, the Justice card in the right side up position, the Princess of Staves or Princess of Wands in the right side up position, and the Nine of Cups in the right side up position. And then we'll talk about your confirmation card later, and of course with the top and the bottom, and your oracle card and your little alphabet stuff at the very end. Okay. But yeah, so Scorpio, it looks like, you know, right off the bat, I would say that there's a little bit of an energetic blockage here in the first 2 weeks or so. But then things start to pick up in energy and get a lot easier and really beautiful for you. So let's, talk about again which card can correspond to which time period, right? Again, it is general. It is just a parameter we're setting. You have to apply it to your own situation. But we were saying for the first card, it could be from around September 29th through October 8th. The second card could be from around October 9th through October 15th. The third card could be from around October 16th through October 22nd. The fourth card could be from around October 23rd through October 29th. And the fifth card, since it just additionally popped out, we're going to say it could be from October 30th through November 5th. Okay, whatever, right? It's just a rough outline. Okay, so yeah, so Scorpio. I also want to talk about, we talked about the main zodiac signs that are showing up here in your reading, but I also want to look at the majority of your minor arcana, because that's always can be like an additional undertone to the reading as well. So you have, just as a side note too, my gosh, you've got three princes, a princess. Okay, so there's a lot of youthful energy here in certain regards. Okay, some of it's past, some of it's in a blockage, some of it's good, right? You also have, let's see, I think it's Wands is your majority of the minor arcana, but let's double check. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you've got 2 swords, 1 pentacle, and 1 cup. Right? Yeah. Okay, we'll double check. So we got 1, 2, 3 wands, and 2 swords. Yeah. Okay, so it's wands. All right. Sorry, y'all. It's been a long day. All right, so what does that mean, right? So wands, like the swords, can be either a tool or a weapon, okay? So when we talk about wands in particular, we're talking about fire sign energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but we're also talking about, could be health stuff going on. Could be good health, could be paying more attention to the physical body or the mental health, right? But there is a lot of wands here, so that's something to note as well. But let's go ahead. I don't want to spend too much time right there. Let's start off with your first card, Scorpio, okay? This Prince of Wands or Prince of Staves is the same name, right? Showing up here in the reverse position. And this is Sagittarius energy, if we wanted to say, right? this is that first 10 days that we're talking about. So again, from September 29th through October 8th or so, it looks like here, Scorpio, that maybe somebody's confidence is down or they're not feeling fully supported in some way. There could also be a little apprehension to leveling up in some way. Remember how I said you had 3 princes and 2 princesses, okay? 3 princes and 2 princesses, all right? So there's a lot of like back and forth energy. I was also feeling when I was shuffling your cards, right? Like, do I want to advance? Do I want to become a king? Maybe not yet, right? In the reverse position. There's a hesitancy to level up in some way for some, right? Not everybody. But I feel that this, it could be family stuff, right? Like a lot of times, I don't always say that though. Like it just feels like that for some reason. When you have all these prince and princesses, right? Siblings, we're talking about siblings, even though some are pentacles, some are wands. Majority of them are wands, actually. So, yeah, it feels like there could be some sibling stuff going on for some people, but not necessarily, right? Your sibling could not necessarily be a blood relative, but it could be your close friend or someone you consider a brother or sister, or not, right? It could just be different parts of yourself, right? But there is this energy. This is where Spirit wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of this deck, along with your first card, right? And this is past energy that made it possible for this one to come out. So in the past here, Scorpio, you had the Princess of Wands on the right side up, right? That's one of the first princesses. And then the Prince of, can't see, Pentacles in the reverse position on the bottom of your deck. And we're talking about it with your first card. Sorry about that. The Prince of Staves in reverse. Okay. So it's like somebody was on their way in the past, whether again, Scorpio, this is you yourself or another person, most people, general environment, situation, feeling very positive, feeling very abundant, right? With the wand over here, the Princess of Wands, wanting to learn new things, for momentum, progress, all that. But then something happened where they were triggered or you were triggered, everybody was triggered, okay? Or again, there is, look, it even goes right underneath the other one. Both of the princes reversed. Past and impossible future, right? So somebody's not feeling supported because they didn't feel supported in some way in the past. It could relate to, because it's pentacles, their values. I'm not being valued enough, or the other person is, or general environment. Or there's a hesitancy to take on some type of responsibility within the family, right? Since we said it could be sibling stuff, it doesn't have to be. Yeah. So it is, Scorpio, nothing to be concerned about too, because we're talking about this time period, this first week, right? That is like where a lot of planets go direct. And I did the astrology notes earlier. We have Mercury going direct on October 2nd, right? That's in this week. We also have Vesta going direct, Pluto going direct. So that's 3 planets going direct in 1 week's time period, 7 to 10 days or whatever it was. Okay, so I feel that, you know, if you're not already, you know, familiar with the idea of retrogrades being things are going slower, it's a redo, it's a reprocess, it's a relook, it's a re-examine, it's a release, right? All those re's, okay? So then when the planets stop and they start to slowly go forward again, that could be this revisiting of that past, this energy here, Scorpio, where someone is a little hesitant to level up in some area of your life. What does that mean, level up in your life? It's like if you are in a position at work, then you get a promotion, you get a raise, you get more responsibility, you get, something like that, right? If it's love, then it would be the next stage that is whatever logical in your person's idea of what the next stage would be, right? So whether it's moving in together or getting married or being exclusive or whatever, right? So it's something like that, but there's a hesitancy to want to do that or take on some type of responsibility. Doesn't necessarily have to be in the family here, but I feel like it is definitely having a lot to do with, oh my God, I'm so dumb. I didn't even realize, Scorpio. Pluto is your ruler and it's going direct here. No wonder, because I was like, Libra didn't have that. Interesting. Okay, so now it's starting to make sense here too in another dimension, because now your ruling planet is going forward. Okay, so it may affect you a little bit more than others depending on where Scorpio is in your chart. But there's still really good stuff coming up. So let's keep going though. I don't want to like stay there forever. Sorry, I have to say how I see it, okay? How I feel it. All right. Let's keep going though, Scorpio. So now we come to your second card here, and this is your other prince that is reversed in the second week, the Prince of Swords in reverse position. All right, and so we were saying that could be from around October 9th through October 15th or so. Okay, so again, this is a little bit of that energetic blockage, a challenge, a gentle reminder where somebody is not feeling supported. Somebody this time, though, is mentally confused. Maybe not so much about health, when I was saying before over here, physical body or mental health. This blockage feels more because it is Swords energy in the mind. Okay, so there could be more anxiety, worry, overthinking in this second week in some way. And it could have, again, this feeling of a hesitancy, or it's not the right time, or things aren't coming together, falling together the way that you want or the other person wants, or the environment, whatever, because of also maybe possibly the astrology, right? But let's dig in deeper, see what Spirit has to say. This is where we're going to talk about the top and the bottom of the other deck here, okay? And this is past energy. It's made it possible for, excuse me, the Prince of Swords in reverse, all right? So we have in the past that Eight of Swords in the right side up position, and then the Hierophant Taurus energy in the reverse position here. So it looks like in the past, Scorpio, there was an energy or a person, right, that was aware that they were possibly stressed out and they were trying to work on it. We see this Japanese woman fanning herself, okay? You can see the card, right? And so she's like, oh, look at all my worries. Okay, I gotta meditate. I gotta process this. Again, the water in the background, the emotions. So she's trying to take the emotions and put it together with the logical mind too. But there's just too much worry here in the past. And then with that Hierophant in the reverse position, it could be that somebody felt their own leadership in the past, leadership skills was lacking, or you lost faith in a teacher, a mentor, or a guide, okay? Or you didn't like the answers they were giving you, or they weren't giving you any answers, right? Again, feeling that lack of support in some way here. So this is not so fun, right? We can be honest, but I feel that you will get through it. So let's see what comes out on the other side, Scorpio, all right? So now we get into your third card. We got the Justice card, okay, in the right side up position. Okay, so now we're going to have more balance, hopefully. Now something's going to be brought to justice, or it's going to be justified by you or the other person, general environment situation. We're going to have a division of light and dark, but somebody and multiple people are trying to find the evolution, the snake right here at the bottom, right? Like, how do I see that there is the gray in between colors, between the light and the dark, the positive and the negative, between some type of ruling that is possibly made. It could be legal matters, right, for some, but not necessarily. So hopefully, right, again, Scorpio, excuse me, super itchy right now, like my allergies. I have the window open. It could be that these energetic blockages of not feeling support, or not ready to level up in some way, or not feeling mentally balanced the way that you want or the other person wants, could be because of this upcoming justice. Maybe you know, or maybe they know that if this is upcoming, if it is a court date or something like that, or it is some type of date that you've set or they've set to be like hashing out some details or something here. But yeah, it feels better. It feels that now there is, again, more Libra energy of balance, beauty, wisdom, evolution. Now let's see, that's the third card real quickly. What's happening that time? October 16th, 22nd. So Saturn goes direct. Oh, perfect. This is like ridiculous. Okay, so Saturn is about moral obligations, authority, responsibilities, right? That Saturn rules Capricorn, not Libra. This is a Libra energy, and it's during Libra season we're talking about, but it still has the seriousness of the Justice card, right? Like things, there's the morals there. You have the stones of the Bible there at the bottom, right? Whether you agree with the Bible or not, right? It's just a symbol or metaphor here. So what is good? What is bad? What is acceptable behavior? All those things come into question. And when this is happening, when Saturn goes direct, that really does make sense. It's also happening when we move into your season here, Scorpio, right? Because you are starting October 23rd, your season, okay? So it could just be like the end of Libra season's like not as fun for you, right? But it looks like when we get to the Scorpio energy in your season, things start to turn better. Also, Juno goes direct, which I said in my astrology notes, talks about partnerships, commitments, marriage, right, on that same card. So I don't know where I was saying something about siblings and family, right? But also because it's not just romantic partnerships or marriage, it's work partnerships, it's family partnerships, right? It's like, again, are these good? Are these bad? Are we playing fair? Is the other person playing fair? The environment? Are these things being justified? And who is saying they're justified, right? So all that kind of comes into play and definitely matches the astrology. That's so weird. But it is what it is, right? All right, so let's keep going though. So now, Scorpio, we are coming to your fourth card, and you finally have a princess in the right side up position. So these other cards, you had two princes in the reverse position in your current energies, right? And then when we get to your fourth card, which is also current energies, but now she's right side up, or the prince is right side up, but it's the princess, okay? And it's the princess of staves. You had the princess of wands, the same card in the past position. This is the same card in different decks with two different names, two different artists, right? All those things. So now this energy is coming back of being more confident, of relying on her support system. She's got her dog right there, right? So those are the people who are loyal to her throughout the changes, throughout being open to building the confidence and abundance, right? And we do have Sagittarius energy there, but it doesn't have to be like that. The Sagittarius part resonates per se, okay, but it is for momentum and its abundance, right? Like if you look at it even just like that, Scorpio, you go from justice to the Princess of Staves. It's like justice has been brought, right? Because here she's like, I can now be more calm, right? I can now release something. She looks comfortable. She got her support finally. All this unsupported feeling in the beginning of the reading, then you got the dog. It's right there, okay? And again, we're talking about that fourth card, so it could be from around, where are we? October 23rd through October 29th, okay? So either way, that's beautiful, Scorpio. Let's keep going, because this time, just like Libra, you got an additional fifth card. Normally, I've been just doing 4 on the top, but Spirit wanted to come out, so we took it, okay? Now look at this. Or we actually do this way. No, it is this way. Oh God, I'm trying to remember because you guys are reversed what I see, right? Okay, so we go from the Princess of Staves in the right side up position to 9 of Cups, okay? It's a freaking party, right? This is the wish fulfillment card. If there was a wish made or something that you wanted, Scorpio, or the other person wanted, right, general environment, it's going to be a yes, just from this card showing up. If it was, again, a ruling from going from the Justice to the Princess of Staves to the Nine of Cups, that would be definitely a yes. Justice is on your side here, okay? So that's beautiful. And when we talk about Nine of Cups, remember how we had a little bit in the beginning, real quickly, we said, or I said, Spirit said, told me, because it's me, but they're speaking through me, that there was a hesitancy to level up in some way with these two princes in the reverse position. Now you have Nine of Cups. The highest number in tarot is 10, okay? So now it's like, I'm almost there to the 10 mark. I'm almost there to the completion energy. There is emotional fulfillment. All the 9 cups are right side up. There's a party, right? So something being emotionally satisfied, someone being emotionally fulfilled in some way, and right on that breaking point and precipice of an ending and a new beginning, because it's really close to 10. So now you can see this leveling up happening here for you, Scorpio. And we said this could be around that last week of October through the first week of November, possibly. Okay. So that's really, really beautiful, right? So it was a little rough in the beginning, but then it comes out really nicely. Real quickly, because I know this reading is taking longer than normal, but that's what it is right now. So let's talk about your confirmation card. Now, this one is a little bit of darker energy. Not darker. It's more like, I'm trying to think of the right way to say it. It's a reminder, right? Because it's about this card, the placement is past and future energy, okay? So it hasn't necessarily happened. And the way that this card came out is more saying here, Scorpio, like, if you don't stick to your values, stick to your moral obligations, right? With that Justice card, stick to your gut knowing when something's right or wrong. If you don't stick to that, or the other person doesn't, or multiple people, then there's going to be more anxiety, worry, overthinking. Okay, the Nine of Swords is your confirmation card here. So because it's not set in stone, it is saying, it's giving a gentle reminder, like, keep your not your guard, but keep your keep strong in your knowing, again, of what is right and wrong with that Justice card, so you can avoid this Nine of Swords, okay? So you don't have more anxiety, worry, overthinking, that kind of thing, okay? So let's keep going, though, because we have your Oracle card, and we have your little alphabet as well, Scorpio, okay? So again, don't be so worried about this card. It's more like just reminding you to stay on your path, so you can avoid that. So it's not like a big deal, all right? And you did all the work here. Okay, so let's do your letters here, all right? So Scorpio, if you weren't in the Libra reading, I got some alphabet letters, and I have my little bag, and I shake it, and I do the same thing when I pull the tarot cards. Okay, so these letters that came out, sometimes it'll spell something, but not this time, right? It can be an initial of someone's name. It can be an acronym. It can be just something that you see during this time period, one of these letters around a word that sticks out in your mind, okay? I just kind of wanted to see. I have never done this necessarily on this channel, so it's kind of fun. So anyway, the ones that came out for you, the first two were D and M. Okay, so maybe somebody with a letter D or an M, something like that. Then we got BZ, one with the letter B or Z, a word. And then we got P and K. Okay, so again, initials P or K, or P and K together. It doesn't necessarily have to be together. That's just kind of how I'm holding them. But yeah, we don't have too many vowels in here. I don't really think I can spell a word, but maybe there's some kind of combination. BMZ. BMZ. Not TMZ, but BMZ. BMD. BMD. BMW. No, that would be a W. Just kidding. That doesn't work. BMP. What's the oil company? I'm trying to think of. That's not right either. BM. What is BM? I'm not sure, you guys. We'll just have to see. Okay, so again, it is in the photo. I'm posting it after this live is done in a few minutes. And you can come to it later, right? It might not necessarily make sense right now. You might look at it later and then you're like, oh, that is blah, blah, blah's initial, or oh, that is the beginning of an acronym or something that means something to you. All right, so just a little experiment, so just be open to it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. All right, so let's go ahead and get to your oracle card here, dear Scorpio. So the oracle card that you got for this time period or even beyond, right, is protection. Beautiful. So there's a circle of women here, and they all are going like this, okay? And it says, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Okay, that's so beautiful. Hopefully you guys can see it. All right. So this protection, you are, divinely protected is what it's saying. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. I feel that really strongly with the Justice card and with that Princess of Staves in the right side up position there. Okay. It's like if there's a ruling, right? We're talking about morals, what's right and wrong. Call back your power. If your power was taken here in the first 2 weeks where you had that energetic blockage of not feeling enough support, this is saying call back your power. Okay. Cut the cords if there's something that needs to be cut, right? That's perfect time to do it. After the Mercury retrograde is done, after all the retrogrades, the 5, all at this point, Scorpio, all 5 planets will be now direct. The only one that's left is Jupiter, and that goes till November 23rd or something. Okay, so you revisit something, you decide, you know what, I don't like this energy, this idea, this philosophy, what have you, this person. So cut the cords, take your power back and move forward and elevate, right? And move up in some area of your life and claim your wish fulfillment, claim all those cups. There you are, Scorpio. All right. So that is what I have for you, dear Scorpio. I hope you got something from it. And yeah, feel free to let me know in the comments down below, how things play out for you. And again, if you want to support the channel, 3 ways, right, is to subscribe. Just notifies you when I put out new videos. So you just hit the subscribe button on the bottom right. And if you like the video, it does help. Share it with others in YouTube's like algorithm thing. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. Take care, enjoy this time period, and we'll see you guys later. We'll pick up with the rest of the signs, going backwards and continuing on. All right, see you guys. Bye.